Good morning. Good morning. You already know what time it is. Tony, Lavelle, 2 minute hash purchase. Pull up to the table, grab a seat, let's begin. Real conversations when the hats come in. Life lessons, relationships too. Different perspectives, but the talk stay true. Let's talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about it. Life, love, truth, and wisdom. Yeah, we talking about it. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Don't miss it on Facebook and YouTube. Pull up and go kick it. Tony got perspective. The veil bring it truth. And when Queen Watkins pull up, she spilling that tea for you. Queen Watkins segment. Like that T-A-T. You know when Queen step in the room, the conversation getting real, real soon. Real, real soon. Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Talk about it. 2 minute hash podcast. Yeah, we talking about it.
Top of the morning to you, my good people. Happy Monday. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, man. It's your host with the most, Tony May, Lavelle Salter. What it do, my guy?
Morning, big bro. You all right?
Man, I'm trying to get back to some normalcy around here.
Yeah.
Bro, the last couple of weeks been wild.
Yeah, I've been going, bro. And then y'all get ready to leave back out.
Mm-hmm. Look,
Matter of fact, when do y'all leave?
Thursday.
Thursday, okay.
Yeah, we leave Thursday. And then I was thinking about it too, but I'll talk to you offline about that though.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's gonna get a little weird. So
I want to give a shout out to the Whitehaven District Association, man. Me and Pastor Robinson representing for Greater Southside on last night and had an opportunity to go out and fellowship and things, and be looking forward to being a member soon, and had a great time, man. You know, some of those pastors I hadn't seen in a while, and then also was able to celebrate with Pastor Stephen Hunter, who just became the pastor of New Hope Baptist Church under the leadership of his now pastor emeritus, Pastor Robert Matthews. So
yeah, Robert Matthews.
Yep. What's up, Zoe? Yeah, so that's my shout out this morning, man. Big shout out to the moderator and everything over there, man. Cunningham down there in the hole.
Good deal, man. Congratulations, Stephen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you folks that hit him with the all that stuff there.
Yeah.
I got a shout out too, man. I got a couple of shouts out, but I wanna shout out the richest black billionaires, man.
They been holding $20 till tomorrow.
Right. Man, these dudes is clocking, bro. At least two familiar faces we know that Oprah Winfrey and Michael Jordan made it on that list.
Yeah.
Each one of them, you know, worth over $3 billion, man. That's doing it, bro. Man, but shout out to these, man. These folk that's out here doing it, man. I ain't mad. I ain't jealous. I ain't mad. None of that.
No, but why would you?
These people have built up, you know, whatever they did, however they got their billions, you know, they went out there and did their thing, man, and they billionaires now. So shout out to them, man, for just making it happen, man, for themselves and for their family. That's generational wealth, bro.
Yeah.
24 billion, 12 billion, 11, that's generational, man. 3 billion. Generational wealth, bro. So shout out to them, man. I just wanted to recognize them this morning, man. And this list has been updated here recently. So good morning, Miss Shorter. I want to mention, first of all, I'll give a shout out to my brother Daryl Lewis. Yeah. Y'all make sure y'all vote for my guy. Yeah, Daryl Lewis.
Stand up. Why you having in the building? We talking leadership now. Daryl Lewis. Chef. Born in the city where the grind don't sleep. Govern White Haven Shelby County streets. Tiger pride, running deep, being his roots. Now he's stepping up to work for the truth.
Hey, yeah, shout out to my boy Daryl Lewis, man. Doing big, man, doing it big. And I don't want y'all to forget, man, April the 27th, man, the Love Relationship Roundtable. The relationship roundtable with love, life, and lessons. Singles and married couples, man, real conversation, man. Join us Monday, April the 27th for a special edition. We're going to go live at 7 p.m. with a live audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can show up, be there, be square. It's at 1906 Madison Avenue. Just reach out to Lavelle and I. We have confirmed a couple of couples and some singles, man. If you want to be a part of this panel, this roundtable discussion, and you are a couple, I want to hear from some couples we ain't never heard from, man. I would love, bro. I know it'd probably be difficult, but I would love for Don to be there, man. And I would love for you and Don to be one of the couples, bro. But I mean, if y'all can't, I mean, she can't, because I understand y'all situation, but yeah. I would love for that, man. Cause Don be having some good perspectives on some stuff, bro.
Yeah, actually, ironically, you mentioned her. I asked her about the question we talked about on Friday about the DNA test, and she was like, "That's some bull."
Yeah, I said she be having some interesting perspectives, bro.
Let's see, can we make it happen some kind of way? But yeah,
I mean, if not, we understand. I just,
yeah, I guess. She had surgery again Wednesday, so
Lord have mercy.
That's the last one. She don't caught up with me, Doc.
Man, what? All right, and last but not least, man, last shout out, man. I want to give a shout out to my wife and the Don't Do Too Much.
Everything is done with respect,
it's
right?
coming April the 9th.
I mean, come in, let's talk about it.
April the 9th.
But don't do too much.
Y'all make sure y'all go and support her, man. Make sure you subscribe to her YouTube channel. We want to make sure that we're able to go live on her YouTube channel.
Walking like a boss. Yeah, but wait, don't do too much. Come sit down, let's talk. Yeah, but first, don't do too much. What you got going? Don't do too much. Don't do too much. Don't do too much. People on the stage overreacting, overreaching, doing too much. Period. Let's talk about you. Let's touch about it. Don't do too much.
Yeah, man. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe to her podcast, her YouTube channel. Make sure you like and share her and follow her. Yeah, that's it right there. Make sure you like, share, and follow her Facebook page as well, man, because we want to be able to broadcast on those pages. So we need some work to them. All right. I think that's all my shouts out. Just want to make sure. Yep, that's all of them. All right. Let's get to it, man. Why are younger men attracted to older women and vice versa? Why? And not only young men attracted to older women, but young women are attracted to older men. It's a lot of that going on as well. And you would be surprised at some of the dynamics. Good morning, Phyllis. That that the reason that they date some of these older men or older women.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy. So attraction between younger and older people in dating is common. So we do know that, right? We do know it's at least we know it's common because we done seen it happen on so many occasions. Matter of fact, we were celebrating Monica's cousin's wife's birthday Friday, and she is significantly older than him. And And we didn't even realize it until she said how old she was. We was like, she's a little bit older than him, you know. And I want to say that Clarence even asked us, what made y'all, you know, get together? What kind of brought that on? You know, she was like, hey, he did it for me. So it happens. That's that make you want to move your shoulders, intro detail. Yeah, it is. Good morning, Mayor. So but it's a common thing. You see it all the time. You see younger men with older women. Now, and I'm gonna kind of tell y'all about this in a minute. I'm gonna tell you kind of my thoughts on some of it, how I feel about some of it. And then you see younger women with older men, and sometimes it may come out or seem like a certain way in the beginning, because a lot of times when I see a younger woman with an older man, depending on, you know, because every situation probably is different, but when I see it, first thing I think, oh, he got a little change.
Yeah,
that's the first thing I say. He got a little change, but that's not really always the case.
It's so funny you would say that, bro. I was talking to some of my fellow preacher friends, and just because I don't want to reveal our conversation, but we were talking about somebody that we knew, and they said that she had married this older man, and they said she watching him in his sleep, make sure he ain't getting up.
Man, crazy. Phyllis, that's another good one. Phyllis says sometimes I think they feel like they can easily use or manipulate them. So are you saying manipulate the older people or they manipulate the younger people? Because I think I feel like that can go both ways, because sometimes you get the older people that feel like I'm gonna give me a young person, I can get in their head, manipulate them, and then that can go the other way too, because she feel like she's young and attractive, or he's young and attractive, that they can manipulate the old, and I've seen that happen as well. Miss Paulette said when younger be seeking older, they be looking for a mature mind. Okay, that's why I was finna go. I was finna go there too. Y'all hitting some good ones this morning. Clarence, good morning, brother. He said makes them feel grown and matured. Yep. So y'all got some good ones this morning. So
you know, Don is 5 years older than I am. You know, I think a lot of times some people, you know, they may be identified by a certain age, but sometimes they're older. They're more mature for their age, and
right.
Yeah. So
right. It says number one is perceived maturity and stability. Y'all just talked about that, right? Older partners are often seen as more emotionally grounded and less likely to play games. They may appear calmer, clearer about what they want, and more intentional about relationships. For a younger person, this can feel refreshing compared with dating peers who are still exploring identity, struggling with inconsistency, or avoiding commitment. So when you think about that, like Miss Paulette is right, and Clarence hit the nail right on the head when you think about perceived maturity and stability. Just having they stuff, you know, that's perceived that they have their stuff already together. So I don't want to date nobody that's my age that's still trying to get it together, because there are a lot of women that's mature for their age, and there are a lot of men that's mature for their age. You know, a lot of times we refer to them as people of having old soul. They got an old soul. They've been here before, you know. But it's just that they're mature for their age and how they move. And you would think that they're older the way they move, you know, and the way they react and move to things, but that's not necessarily the case. Miss Gwen said on E Factor, one factor is younger men look for older women that aren't as needy or need as much validation. Yep. Monka said, as long as it's not on some pedophile stuff, I don't see the problem with it. Hey, some say age is but nothing but a number. Good morning, Brene.
What's up?
Yeah, I've never really had a problem with it either, because I feel you like what you like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't have a problem with it either. Because I've seen older. Matter of fact, my stepdad was about 20, probably 20 some years older than my mama, 20, 30 years older than my mama. So I've seen, good morning, Fluka. I've seen, you know, where and a lot of times it's just, hey, or you've already kind of been out there dating in the dating world, and you say, you know what, dating guys my age or women my age is just not for me. They want to play the game. They do this, they do that. I want somebody that's, that again is more mature or whatever, got their stuff together. Then you got some that I feel that kind of moves like Phyllis said, that's kind of out there trying to manipulate, that older person or that younger person to dating.
Right.
Yeah, and I know Brene. So Brene likes older men.
Mm-hmm.
I know Brene likes older men.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna say she want to date all older men all the time, but I do know she like the idea of being with her sugar dad. So now another thing is financial and life security. If I've pretty much got my stuff together and I maybe have entered into the career that I want, I'm starting to make a little money, and then the guys or the girls that I'm trying to date, they still out there, and I'm like, I ain't got time to go. I already been through this. I might look for me an older, more mature person that's already financially settled and that has some life security, already has something, because now I can build, we can build together with what they got and what I'm doing. We can build more and build together. And so I see that a lot too. So a lot of times it's not always about that the man has money or the woman has money. They just looking for somebody that they can build more together with.
Mm-hmm.
Is that this is not always about money in a shallow sense. That's what I'm saying. More often it's about structure, competence, and security. An older person may have an established career, stable routine, independent living situation, or a clearer sense of long-term goals. That can be very attractive to someone who values stability or who is looking ahead rather than only living in the moment. So they looking for that person with that established career or stronger financial footing, right? Greater independence and self-sufficiency. Then more ability to plan long-term, a stronger sense of order and life direction. See, and then if I'm a younger person and I'm getting my stuff together, and then I may rely on my man or woman that's already settled and already got stuck to give me more guidance in that area to help me do better.
Mm-hmm.
Monica said, I have a friend dating a much younger guy, and he keeps her active and feeling young. Plus, he is very mature for his age.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and you get that, So I don't think it's always about okay, good, yeah. And I was gonna say I just don't think it's always about well, he got money, I'm just trying to get all his money, or she got money, I'm trying to get some of that money she got. Sometimes it's just about the stability, man, and the security of it all. They said I don't like sugar daddies, LOL. I love the idea of having an older man overall. We have more common short and long-term goals than I have with men younger or my age. Good morning, Monica Ingram. Welcome back.
You in a minute, man. What's going on?
Welcome back.
Man,
Hello. Get who gets you. Yep. No need for there's no need for I don't know what that means. But yeah, get who gets you.
Mm-hmm.
If a 20-year-old is attracted to a 40-year-old and they get each other, hey, I don't got no problem with it.
Mm-hmm. They both up age.
But you would have some people like his old ass dating that little young girl. So what you worried about? Because you ain't got nothing. You over there with the old dude that's crushed their feet crushed. No, I ain't gonna do that. Again, good morning. No ED. They want a good meal. She'd establish. I don't know what Mia Mac be saying. Well, at least the younger ones I've encountered. How ass? I don't know. I also have a friend. Hey, look, some of y'all that can't type real quick on the thing, y'all can call in 901-438-3520 to be on the show. You can call in and get the thoughts out because some of y'all typing just not there. I also have a friend that says she don't want nothing that's gonna send her to her grave early. When she die, she gonna die happy. Woo. I was like, I don't even want to read too much into that one.
I hear what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Clarence, I've always did better with older women. So, yeah, because I know. I believe in Allah. I ain't gonna go there. He said, man, I'm at work still on vacation mode.
Man, I can look and imagine.
So, I think it's important, and I'm kind of like Monica Ingram this morning.
Get you who get you. Mm-hmm.
You know, if we get each other, I don't care. Like, cause I don't think I've ever really asked a person or a woman that I was trying to talk to or date her age. I don't think I ever did that because it didn't really matter to me.
Right.
And sometimes, you know, you can look at a woman when you're trying to talk, you can look and see that clearly they older than you, but it's like, you know, now I've had women that ask me, especially when I was a lot younger, boy, how old you is?
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, what does that matter? You a little young buck. They say stuff like that, you know. Yeah. And so that's a turnoff for me.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? I was just wondering, like back in the day, like I know it's still going on. It just ain't probably, you know, publicized as much as you know I talked about. I'm sure there's some forms that are. It is, brother. But like my uncle and auntie, when she got with him, she was like 13. He was like, I want to say my Uncle Dora was probably about, I want to say close to like 20 or 25 or something like that. But that was almost like it was allowed. And I think what happened, she ended up getting pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like it was a pass.
Yeah, that's crossing the line to me a little bit. But
but not just I've heard of other opportunities like that.
No, they did it back in they did that way back in the day. That was did. It was a lot of marriages arranged to young girls and stuff like that. Right. Because when they hit teenage status, they was considered women. When they got their period, I'm gonna put it that way. When they got their menstruation,
right?
They was considered a woman. Yeah, they was considered a woman. So of course, we got to call her, man. I had to call her back because they let the phone. Brene says, Mark crazy. Mark said Clarence old toothless women.
Your call has been forwarded to voice.
She don't want to talk. Brene said, I could say so much, but I love this topic. Say it. Say it.
What?
Say it. Miss Gwen said, call in and say it. Say it. Fluke says stability is attractive. And that's another thing. I feel like people feel like that too, Fluke, that it's attractive when people are stable. It's hard to get footing on moving targets. I don't believe it's the I ain't finna be playing phone tag with her. I don't believe it's as age as much as it is the maturity and the stability that fathers. Absolutely. Two men in hats. Good morning. You're live on air.
Good morning, you all.
Mel, what's up? I ain't finna be playing phone tag with you this morning.
Well, you be trying to troll me when I be coming.
No, man, you got to learn to put periods and commas.
So what I'm saying is, when it's an older woman, right?
Yeah.
She's not gonna deal with having to deal with ED. You know what ED is? Ed.
Yeah, we know what ED is.
Okay.
So why would the
so that ain't always the case though. They don't. I mean, age don't. That can happen anytime.
In some cases, it is.
So you saying that's why she getting the dude?
and he wants a good hot meal. He wants her to be established.
This girl crazy. So wait a minute. Let me
He
get this
want a
right,
good
Mel.
hot meal.
Let me get this right, Mel
Uh-huh.
Mac. She want the younger dude because he can stand up and salute.
Yeah,
And the young dude want her because she can cook him a good meal
a good
because the
hot
young
meal,
girls can't cook.
yeah. And she's established.
But what did he bring
So-
to the table other than the salute?
Mm.
Bye, Mel Mac. You crazy?
I mean, I've heard that before, but I mean, I just don't know. I mean, when you think about this
But
situation,
I think that's shallow. I think that's
it
real
is.
shallow.
Thank you. Yeah,
I think that's real shallow. If you want a man or a younger man just because you want somebody that's gonna be a, I mean, I understand like pleasing you. You want to be pleased. I am not taking that, but I'm saying that's a bit shallow for me. Yeah. I like what Faluka said. You know, stability is attractive, man. You know, it's hard to get footing on moving talking. People moving, you don't know what's going on. I don't believe it's
they go both
age,
ways.
as much as it's the maturity and the stability that follows. She said, call in, Nate. Everybody trying to get Nate to call in. Monica said, I'm living and loving it. Organic and opposites attract. Young enough to entertain, old enough to step up, mature, thug enough to protect. Come on in.
Come on now, like that. Come on, like that.
Miss Ellen says, younger man have things other than the salute. Yeah,
Right.
I would hope so. I would hope if you're getting involved, it's something other than the salute, right?
Yeah, that's a disaster waiting to happen.
Mug is crazy. Mug said, I read that absolutely wrong when Mel said he want a good meal. Oh, whew, y'all are fun there. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me get back to this. Y'all funny. So experience and confidence. Younger people want that experience and that confidence. Older individuals often have more life experiences, more relationship experience, and more social confidence. They may understand boundaries better, know how to navigate conflict, and feel more comfortable with themselves. Confidence is highly attractive across almost all age groups, and older people often project it more naturally. More confidence socially and romantically, better understanding of boundaries, wilder life perspective and cultural exposure, stronger sense of self. A younger person may feel drawn not just to the person, but to the sense of competence and self-possession that a person carries.
Yeah.
So it's a lot deeper. It's a lot deeper than just money, you know. And that's why I said if you want to be with somebody just for because you feel like they old and got money, then I think that's real shallow. But don't get me wrong. I think there are a lot of younger women that have indicated this through social media that if a man cannot take care of them, you know, that they feel like what they bring to the table is themselves. I bring myself to the table, but he got to be able to do this, protect, provide, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's when it becomes very shallow. Or the person that gets up there speaking to, man, we got to go 50-50. I don't need no man. I can pay my own bills. I don't need to go 50-50, blah, blah. That's shallow to me.
Yeah.
Because 50-50 is really y'all both bringing 100% of yourself to the relationship. And that's 100% of everything, not just finances. It's the love, the attention, the protection, the secureness, the trust. It's a lot of that that's included. You know, they say it's way deeper than money, and way deeper than the PP and the cuckoo.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's way deeper than that too.
And do bear in mind, you know, it get into a more spiritual onset of this. A lot of time what we got to understand is that, you know, even though we in this earth suit, we are spirits, and spirits attract a lot of times because you're more mature spiritually in that sense. And I think a lot of times a lot of things that you go through in life kind of grows you up as well, and makes you more mature.
Hey man, Monica just texted me. Monica Ingram. She said, "Hey, trying to say no need for a hoe ass."
Oh, I kind of figured out what she was saying, but the context kind of wasn't going together. Though. But I got
you. Y'all are funny. Monica, there's a video on the screen.
What?
There is a video on the screen.
I'm confused.
I don't know what she talking about.
If you talking about the comments on the screen, it's always on there. If that's what you're talking about, I don't know if that's what you're referring to.
Miss Paulette said, I like being spontaneous. I like traveling, trying different cuisines. I can't stand a whining ass man. I don't care how old he is.
Come on now. Clock that.
This time of my life, I don't have time to babysit and no time to train. Come on with it, love. Can I say why women like older men? You already done said it. You said they like to stand up and salute. Come on now, that spiritual peace is most important. Yes, more than money. Maturity is a character that will push a relationship. Miss Gwen said, true. Yeah, your phone tripping. True, when it's just money, it's shallow because usually the payment required for that money is control.
Mm-hmm.
It was my phone tripping. Yep. That's crazy. So we've established that it's more about people liking the maturity of a person, the maturity level, and it's not just about. I just when people say real shallow stuff about why they would date a woman or why they would date a man or what they, what their criteria is for dating, and it's very shallow, man, I'd be like, you lost, you so lost.
Mm-hmm.
So lost. I was watching an episode of Fugazi where, if y'all never seen the Fugazi podcast, I was watching an episode of that where this woman was on there and she was a little bigger woman. She was cute, but she was a little bigger woman. Mm-hmm. And she had just stated, I guess before he kind of went into her, they was talking about, what they would accept. And she was like, he too short for me. I don't date short men, And so when he turned the tail and said, it shouldn't just be about a person's height. And she was like, nah, he said, you just said that you wouldn't date him. You said, oh, he's too short for you. Mm-hmm. Now, and then he told her that he said, let me just keep it 100 and keep it a buck with you. He said, there are going to be some men that's not going to want to date you because of your body shape. Then she started crying. She wanted to cry.
Right.
But he told her, he said, and he had to he said, I'm not saying this to down you or be, he said, I'm trying to speak to the queen in you. He said, because the fool in you then already came out. He said, I'm trying to speak to the queen in you. He said, I'm just, there are going to be some men that's not going to want to talk to you because, so he's saying, don't just, so it goes both ways when you start to
give a little to take a little.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Miss Ellen said, I've dated a magical, a magical man. Okay. I've dated a magical man. He was established financially. Jennifer did. I have it. His maturity level is what attracted financial Jennifer. Maybe that was a genius. Financial genius. I don't know. Did I have his maturity level? His maturity level is what attracted me. I'm trying to read it, y'all. Spiritual connection is definitely a component for longevity. Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, y'all got some good ones today. So this is another reason: different priorities and different relationship goals. A younger person who is attracted to an older partner often wants something different than what they are finding among peers, right? Mm-hmm. They may be tired of casual dating, mixed signals, or a social scene centered around partying and social and short-term attention. An older partner can seem more serious, more present. They got that word again, Lavelle. More present and more aligned with long-term thinking. Mm-hmm. So the more interest there is more interest in serious relationships than the casual fling. less attraction to the party-centered dating culture, preference for attention, consistency, and commitment, desire for a partner who already feels established.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, it just seemed like with myself personally, I've always, attracted older women. And when I tried to date somebody younger than me, it didn't gel. It didn't go right. It's like, I don't know what it was. I'm like, oh, dog, come on now. I'm almost, I understand that the training part. I ain't saying that, you want to treat nobody like no child, but step up the game a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard this, that sometimes you get older women that like younger men because of maybe a relationship that they've had with their sons, in terms of, because you got some of these women, it's almost like how they be so protective of their sons, almost like they want to date their son, if you look at like the dynamic of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I've heard where there are older women that they want somebody they can just take care of, a guy that they can just take care of. They can feed him and clothe him, but they want to tell him to pick up his clothes, pick up your shoe, clean your shoe, make up they want to tell him what to do,
Mm-hmm.
And then so some guys are kind of do it for a minute. They're like, man, you act like my mama, not my girl.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've heard, and I don't know if I necessarily know anybody that's in that dynamic now, but I have heard and I've seen this play out even on social media, where it kind of played out like that. Novelty, sophistication, and status. Age gap attraction can also feel exciting simply because it is different. A younger person may see an older partner as more cultured, more sophisticated, or more distinctive than their peers. Sometimes the relationship feels unique or elevated, and that difference itself becomes part of the attraction.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that, because if I'm a young man and I'm trying to carry myself in a certain light, but my peers around me, they still doing the pants sagging thing, and and I'm like, the women, they dressing all this, but then I meet this older woman who dresses, she's sophisticated dressing, she's not revealing, she's just sexy. Because we often talked about that, Lavelle, how that makes you just look so sexy when you just carry yourself right. And
right.
So the allure of that woman carrying herself, or that man looking dignified with his blazer on and his shirt, not necessarily a tie, or just the way he carries it, even if he got on a tracksuit, the way he carries himself and his demeanor is attractive for younger women. And so they're attracted to that novelty, that sophistication, and that status that person looks like, that the era that they walk into.
Mm-hmm.
And I think because I've heard Brene, I wish Brene would call in, but I've heard Brene talk about older men or guys that like her, and it always seems like it's that sophisticated type of that dude that carries himself upright, what I'm saying? It carries himself, that keep, he just got an aura about himself. He carries himself. He's confident, It seems like she likes that kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong, but just from her talking, I've heard her talk about and guys that liked her, which I knew of these guys, and they were guys that kind of carried themselves, even though they may have been married, but they kind of carried themselves in a certain light.
Yeah.
Ms. Gwen said life experiences of older people are often attractive because it opens you to a world of possibility you may not have thought it for your life, man. Yep. I think it's sometimes about the challenge of getting the older or younger person. Yeah. I think that's shallow too. If that's your total reasoning, just the thought, the allure of just getting somebody younger, or just, I think that's kind of shallow, and it may start off that way. Oh shit. 2 Men and Hats, you're live on air.
Hello.
Good morning, Brene.
How you know this?
I know your voice. You try to change your voice up. You can't change your voice on me, girl.
He's so silly.
So,
All right, I'm here now.
so let's, we like I talked about.
Hold on, I gotta ask you a question before you start.
Okay.
You said the men that you say me around were more mature men. Am I correct?
Well, I said the kind of men that you described are often that you said that like you were like those mature men. You're right.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, let's go.
All right. So, but is that the thing that kind of attracts you to the older guy? Because like, it seems like you like the man that carries himself well, that's, that has, something going for him, that has that allure of just sophistication and,
Most definitely.
Okay.
Most definitely. So for me as a woman, a young woman, even though I'm young,
you
I'm
ain't all that
woman.
young no more, but yeah, okay.
Nah, I'm really not. I'm so glad. I'm glad you reminded me of that. I'm really not. But for me, it's just a certain way that my man would have to carry himself.
But so you can't find younger men that's like, because I mean I do know it's some younger men that carry themselves, like this too, but that's just not.
This is the thing from my experience. I have seen younger men who do carry themselves that way, correct?
Right.
Okay, so I see that, but I've never experienced or encountered a younger man in that caliber.
Right.
That I'm an old soul. So for me, I have to have someone who has an old soul as well. You have younger men who have old souls, but it's very rare. And I don't know if I just I was about to say put myself in the room with those type of men or whatever, but for the most part, those men, they be put up. And for the most part, I would be put up. So you have to actually put yourself in the vicinity of these people.
Oh shit, okay.
But
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling what you said, cause I'm glad you took it there, cause I'm gonna go there too. Because when you think about
what they looking for and what they want,
but you ain't putting yourself in that
position.
There you go.
Yeah. I want this man, I want this woman, but y'all don't ever come out the house.
And you hanging at the club.
And when you go to the house, you going to the wrong places. But as far as older men, for me, I probably can speak for a lot of people, women and men. I think when a lot of people are dating older, they are looking to grow in some type of aspect.
Right.
So for me, I'm a younger woman. I know I'm mature for my age. I know I'm very wise. I know I have probably a little more knowledge than a lot of women probably my age. So for me, if I'm dating a man, I need a man who's willing to accept me for where I am and help me grow to the point where I'm trying to get to be as a woman.
But but does that work vice versa too? Because I mean, are you looking at him and saying, I want to help you get to whatever level you're trying to get to too?
Correct.
Because as a more established man, he may be already feel like he's at a certain point. But because like me, even though I'll be 57 this year, I don't feel like I've yet arrived personally in life. You see what I'm saying? So I don't feel like I'm there yet. So that me and Monica are growing. I feel, and I say this a young couple of times, me and Monica are growing gracefully with each other, and we understand and we're still growing together.
So that's why in the beginning stage of dating, you're having these conversations to understand where a person is, where they're trying to go, what you can bring in to add on to what they're trying to do, what they can bring in to add in to what you're trying to do. That's why those conversations are necessary in the beginning stage. So
okay, you're a younger woman then, Renee. You're a younger woman. So why and it sounds like you have those conversations, but why don't young people or people who are out here on the dating scene, why are they not trying to have these type of conversations? Because all I'm seeing is Houston spring break and high HIV and high STD rates. Because it seems like all they doing is just screwing. They ain't talking to know nobody, they just screwing.
Everybody's intention is not the same. And that's the problem. you got people who are dating to marry, but you have people who are just out here having fun and just doing stuff with people.
But just tell
You
people
know
that.
what I'm saying?
Just tell me
But
you ain't looking for that.
But sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. It depends on the individual. A lot of people like to play games nowadays.
I was just gonna say that, Bree. Yeah, a lot of folks like to play games. Yep.
Instance of dating older, a lot of times, sad to say, but a lot of times it's about what I can get, the money. What can I get?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where people go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You know, you're dating a man who's looking to date to marry,
Mhm.
right? But you in it and you just in it for the money.
Yeah, the money
Now,
on is Queen's sake.
Now he's investing. He investing into you. He doing all of those things, but he's not aware that you're here for a short term, and while he's trying to be here long term. So that can go.
Y'all listen, cheering, listen.
That can go a whole nother way.
Mhm.
But when you really looking for something, and those are the type of conversations that you have. Now, if those are two series of conversations on the front end, then
They may not be. That'll be a red flag. Yeah.
Because what we waiting on?
Yeah, and I'm sure that, you know, with you being as mature as you are, Bree, that is some form of attraction as well, because it's very far in between it. And I love it, whether it's male or female. When you see a younger person that carries herself a little bit more mature, that I parade that. I celebrate that, because what that is you're trying to stay intact with what's going on in life.
Right.
It's not just lagging behind.
Right.
Yeah.
And nobody is knocking that people are looking for stability. We all want stability.
Correct.
Individually and
Collective.
together. We all want stability. However, it's more to that.
Right.
Mm.
It's more than just stability. Like, how can I pour into you when this is taking place? What can I bring to the table when this is taking place? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All of those things matter.
Yeah.
And I can't never forget the equally yoked thing.
Yeah.
That right there is the number one thing. I don't care how much money you got, how good you look, what kind of car you drive, what kind of job.
You down in the bedroom.
I don't care about none of that. If we are not equally yoked, everything can go left.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, brother, we got to move on, but thank you so much for calling in. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to see you on the 27th for the show.
For sure.
All right, talk to you later.
All right, bye, y'all.
Man, I love Brene. Brene always has an interesting perspective for a young person, a young lady. Now she can get with it too. Yeah,
you got some balance.
Yeah, she can get with it too now. So I think one of the things that she was speaking to was the mutual benefit. Age gap attraction is not one-sided. Older partners are often attracted to younger partners too, frequently for reasons such as energy, curiosity, admiration, fresh perspective. That I just said, she has a fresh perspective, and physical attraction. Many age gap relationships work because both people feel that they are receiving something meaningful from the connection. Like she said, how can I pour into you here? How can you pour into me here?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so Miss Gwen said, Tony, I love that true relationship goals, growing graceful together. We are also living in a society of instant gratification relationship. Absolutely. Requiring work and investment is not the goal of many of all ages.
Yeah.
Marcus said them old fools play games too. You like Henry. All right, you and that Henry again. You like Henry to two clicks from the grave, ain't got no time for games.
Mm-hmm.
Ms. Gwen said, come on, Monica, nothing like an old fool with identity crisis.
Man.
Man, let us clock this tea with our girl Queen Walker. Y'all crazy.
Look.
Good morning. Y'all know what time it is. Put them phones down, fingers up. It's time to clock that tea with your girl Queen Watkins. I hope y'all are having an amazing morning. But y'all know what time it is. It's time to clock that tea. Y'all, we have yet another AI story. But this time, it's coming from the White House. Let's talk about it. So, First Lady Melania, however you say her name, Trump, has introduced the first AI teacher. Yep. Shit, they're recording her and the little AI thing walking down the halls of the White House to get to, I guess, the room where they be having like, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Where they be giving speeches and stuff. They didn't walk down the hall with this thing and brought him in there to give a speech. And he gave a thank you speech for allowing it to be a teacher to our children. It speaks Spanish, different languages. I'm not just gonna say Spanish, because at one point when I was listening to the little speech, the thing started speaking different languages. So I'm not just gonna say Spanish because it could have been something else. I don't know. It just blew my mind. So they just have you thinking, what's going to happen to our human teachers? They didn't went to school, love these kids, went to school, did all this work, took all these tests to teach our children. What is going to happen with them? Now we have AI teachers. And then First Lady said, it's going to help the kids have more social activity time, more play time, have more time for their hobbies and things of that nature. So what, now school going to be, a few hours? How is it going to give the kids more time to socialize? More time for sports, things of that nature. How is it going to do that? They're going to insert little chips to help them learn quicker or something? Because school's supposed to be from this time to this time. Are y'all going to bunch up all the lessons in one? I don't know how that's going to work. I feel like all these kids are going to be on their cellular devices. But then again, it's an AI, it's a robot. So it's going to detect when the child is on their phone. So what you going to do? Disable their phone while you teaching? I wouldn't want my child to have no AI teacher. I halfway liked when it was COVID and the kids had to stay at school, at home, and do work on their little computer thing. Yeah, it just, I feel like they should not be messing with these teachers out here. You work so hard for a position, and then it just gets taken away because somebody want to create a robot that they feel like will do better. Now, they might be doing better than some of these teachers, right? But come on now. The ones that really love their job, just really working hard, just really doing what they need to do, I don't think it's fair at all. And to introduce this thing from the White House, you know they're going to start using them. Come on now. That was just disturbing for me to watch that. What y'all think? And how you going to go, ain't your husband trying to tear down education? But you want to live it? Are y'all on the same page with this? What's really going on? All right, y'all, that's all the tea that I have today. Make sure y'all stay tuned for 2 Minute Hats, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. sharp. And don't forget to stay tuned for your girl, Queen Watkins. Clock that tea. Y'all have a blessed day. Don't forget y'all eggs. Y'all make sure the eggs are in by April 3rd with candy in them. Plastic eggs, okay? Y'all have a blessed day. Bye.
Man. I
From
keep
what
saying
understand,
AI is, if you don't understand AI, you ain't trying to learn it, you don't want to learn it, you're gonna get left behind.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to say that.
From what I understand, that and of course I didn't read Project 2025 because they said the document was so big. But from what I'm understanding, because I didn't read all of this stuff and all that, but they said the gentleman who is like the founder of AI, so to speak, was a part of Project 2025, and he's in the Epstein file. So the AI thing is a thing to where they're developing and pushing it. I'm talking about tremendously. to the point to where it's like, yeah, it's the thing. So
it's look, every country wants to be the front runner as it relates to AI. China and
China already kind of been advanced. So.
They making tremendous strides. So everybody is racing to come up with the next AI genius. But I'm gonna tell y'all one person that they keep overlooking. That this dang on Elon Musk.
Mm-hmm.
While everybody trying to this dude doing it all, y'all. This dude is shooting. I said it the other day, shooting satellites by rocket into space. Thousands of satellites into space, hundreds. Because he's trying to get to 2,500, 3,000 by 2027 satellites. And he has one rocket. Now, most of the time, when they send a rocket in space, when it comes back down, it shatters or burns up to a million pieces. And he has one rocket that has went up and took satellites and came back 27 times. So he's already done something a lot of countries ain't been able to do, and that's get a rocket to return and use it again. So he's saving money. But he's so the technology that he's doing is so smart. He realized with all of these data centers, and y'all got to understand, even with Memphis, data centers, these big old 5, 6, 7 story buildings that are full of data, this big data centers, they require a lot of power. So they're going to use a lot of power. That's why he's trying to come up with those wind turbines and all this stuff, because it's going to generate a lot of power. It needs a lot of power. Also, so it's going to put a strain on our power grid. It might cause, you might have seen a spike in your utility bill already, because I know I have. Also, it's going to take a lot of water to cool them things down. So what he's doing, he's sending these satellites into space because space is cold. So he ain't got to worry about cooling it down because space is cold. He's sending these satellites up there. So he's going to be doing all your Wi-Fi. Your Wi-Fi is going to come from binging off a satellite. You won't have these underground wires and cables that run these fiber optic. That stuff going to be obsolete. And he already doing it. He already has about, I think they said he has about maybe 5,000 to 10,000 customers already, but a lot of it's kind of still expensive. So a lot of companies, the government is already trying out. I told y'all the Department of Defense, some of them are already trying out this satellite that he got, this internet service. Starlink. It's called Starlink. Look it up. Starlink. SpaceX is the company that he's using to launch all these sites, because what his ultimate goal is to be able to take people to Mars, have robots to dig under the surface of Mars and create this habitable place to live on Mars. Y'all better look this stuff up. Now y'all know he had XAI. SpaceX just bought XAI, just bought his other company. It's he got a whole goal around this stuff. Everybody think Elon Musk crazy. When he came up with the Tesla car, he crazy, ain't working. It's $1 billion corporation. He came out with XAI, $1 billion. SpaceX, Starlink, y'all, this dude, and he's putting all of this stuff together to come up with a huge conglomerate. You can't even invest in this stuff because he ain't even took SpaceX public yet. And then invest on a personal level, you gotta already be a millionaire. So the rumor is that he's already been looking to take this IPO public. What you thinking what's gonna happen when he takes SpaceX public, bro? Whoever get in on the ground floor gonna be multi-millionaires. This AI thing is crazy. You're gonna either learn it, you're gonna learn about it, you better do something, because it's coming. I don't care, it's coming. It's the wave of the future.
Coming is already here. It is.
But I'm somebody where to the point where it is your jobs and all that. So I'm thinking you know, if I was a kid in school and college right now, I'm trying to learn anything AI, anything that's going to keep me relevant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know we're saying doctors and all this stuff is that doctors are relevant. Look, they're going to have robots arguing cases in court. They're using case law to argue court. They're going to have robots performing. They already got robotic surgeries now where robots perform surgery. And they just program it and they go in and perform the surgery. I'm just saying. As a retired 37-year educator, all humans need interaction with other humans. Program whatever technology you want, but you will never be able to bring everything to the table a real teacher does. The greatest strength of a teacher is not teaching what is between the pages of a textbook. But Miss Gwen, they already showed us they don't really care about us like that.
Michael Jackson told me that they don't really care about us.
They don't really care about us like that. Whereas that's where your heart is, and you can teach things that's not between the pages. They don't care.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care about that. This is gonna have to be a part 2. This I think, because I got a lot of more material as it relates to this. So we're gonna do why younger men and women attracted to older women, and vice versa. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do a part 2 tomorrow. Because
I think at some point, man, I wish we could find an individual. Because it's like this AI conversation is not going away. I wish we could target an individual that's advanced and studying this stuff, because it's the fear factor around it for me that kind of throttles me, because it's almost like because technology advances all of the time. I mean, it's like it used to be like ever so often where it may be like 6-7 days. It's happening like almost instantly now.
Yeah.
So I just think at some point we need to find some individual, or is it some sort of company out there that we can speak with to speak to this thing, to try to balance this fear factor, because a lot of people are afraid of it. And I think just the knowledge of just being unknown is just the big word ignorance, because we don't know.
And that's I was going to say the same thing. I was like, you can be scared of it, but at least try to understand. See, we are fearful for things, just like you said, Lavelle, that we don't understand. When we're ignorant to certain things, so you have to learn. I know he works at XAI data center. If you don't know, it makes you fearful of stuff, and that's not just with AI. That's with anything. Sometimes we don't want to do stuff because we're fearful of it, because we don't know. But until you start to learn, you have to put yourself in position to learn about these things. For a long time, I wouldn't even use the ChatGPT. And one day I said, you know what, they keep talking about, let me use it. And then I was like, man, it could do that, it could do that. I just only imagine what other more powerful AI tools could do.
Yeah, and listen, bro, like it's in everything now. Like, bro, I just got the new Samsung phone. Bro, it is amazing. I'm talking about the AI.
Phone come with Gemini already on all that stuff, man.
Yeah, so
we got to get out of here, man. We got to get out of here. I want to shout out once again. I told you guys I met a doctor who's moving to Memphis, who's a new trauma surgeon for Region 1, and I couldn't think of his name. I actually saw him going back out of New Orleans, and I walked up to him and said, man, I need to get you on the show. So I got his information, and I'm going to try to get him on the show. His name is Dr. Tony Willis. Dr. Tony Willis is a new trauma surgeon for Regional 1. So we're going to try to narrow him down and get him on at some point so he can kind of talk about what he does and how important his role is. So Ms. Gwen said they don't, but that's why we don't just fold and accept everything in the name of progress. I agree, we must adapt to AI and other trends. I am 67 and use it, but I never want to live in a world where the love of a human doesn't make the difference. Oh yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, we ain't gonna stop loving folks because of it. Yeah. All right, man, come on, pray us out, brother.
All right, Lord God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for waking us this morning and giving us a reasonable portion of health and strength, and granting us the activity of our limbs. Thank you for just keeping us through all last week and bringing us into this new week. We actually continue to touch all our efforts, touch anybody that's going through bereavement. We actually continue to touch Tony family, my family, and everybody that's associated. And Lord God, we ask you to help us combat fear. You said you have not given us the spirit of fear, but of the love, power, and a sound mind. And I know it's easier said than done, but you can help us through all things. And we ask you to continue to do so. And we ask you to do all these other things in your daughter's son, Jesus' name. And we said, amen.
Amen. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Same bad time.
Same bad place.
2 men in hats. Let's talk about it.
Good morning. Good morning. You already know what time it is. Tony, Lavelle, 2 men in hats purchased. Pull up to the table, grab a seat, let's begin. Real conversations when the hats come in. Life lessons, relationships too. Different perspectives, but the talk stay true. Let's talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about it. Life, love, truth, and wisdom. Yeah, we talking about it. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Don't miss it on Facebook and YouTube. Pull up and come kick it. Tony got perspective. The veil bring it truth. And when Queen Watkins pull up, she spilling that tea for you. Queen Watkins segment. Like that T-A-T. You know when Queen step in the room, the conversation getting real, real soon. Real, real soon. Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Talk about it. 2 minute hats podcast.